The next watch review I have the Invicta Reserve Sapphire Ghost in metallic blue. This watch has lots of color combos. I've seen the gold movement, I've seen a black movement, here's your stainless steel movement, lots of different case colors, from gold to stainless steel to black, obviously blue. I believe I've seen maybe a red case. Lots to choose from. And this is the only watch I've ever seen that I own that I've actually seen replicas that are not officially Invicta. So if you're looking for one of these, be careful that you're actually getting a real Invicta watch. Now, the interesting thing about the name Sapphire Ghost is I'm not really sure the glass is sapphire. I kind of lean towards the belief that this is mineral glass on both the top and the back side. And then I would be surprised if these weren't just mineral glass here. There's a window here, a window here, here, and then these two here, to kind of give it the impression that you can see the movement from any angle. And you can kind of see the movement in there, if it would focus. But it's, you don't really. You can see it across the flat plane, but it's really, the presence is from the dial side. And you have these plastic movement holders that keep it completely clear all the way through. The crown was a sloped, very unknurled, but knurled crown, as in the knurls were almost like plates that went around the crown, and then it sloped outward. So it was very, very difficult to hold and to wind. Eventually, the stem kind of separated from the movement, and I couldn't wind it anymore. So I took it to my local watchsmith. I actually have one. And he replaced the crown with just your standard black crown. And now it winds very nicely. I've had no issues since then. Thank goodness, because I would have really disliked not having this watch. It is a beefy one. It's very heavy. It's very imposing. It stands out on the wrist. But for those who like the kind of chunkiness of the Invicta, this is perfect. The strap, it's got some bolstering. It's got some contrasting stitch. And it's got a uniform medium alligator leather. And on the inside, you have colored calf skin. Mine is colored red, just for fun, I guess, since you can't really see it while you're wearing it. The holder is a butterfly clasp, double-sided, friction clasp with the nice Invicta Reserve print on the outward catch. As you can see, friction. And this is also blued, just like the rest of the case. Quite nice. It's very, very secure. And it has a couple of keepers so that it stays in place pretty nicely. Invicta Reserve, as opposed to just regular Invicta, is distinct from one to the other because Invicta Reserve has Swiss parts. This is not a Swiss-made watch because it's not made in Switzerland, but it does have a skeletonized Celita movement, which is Swiss. And so that's very nice. It does feel sturdier knowing that you have that kind of Swiss pedigree in there. And the balance is at 12 o'clock, which is also nice. I like that look. The hands are not blued steel. They are colored. And then you have a little bit of lume on the tips and on the kind of stalks there, right next to the center and the coaxial. And the one thing I kind of like, which is, well, mostly hidden, is that there's lume on the underside too. So when the lume is strong, it actually glows off of the movement and gives the movement under the hand a little bit of lume shine, which I think is really cool. And something they didn't need to do, so good on them. The strap is screws and bars, as opposed to spring pin. And the underside, you can obviously see that nice rotor that comes with the Solita movement. There's a serial number on it, so it lets you know that this is a real Invicta Reserve and not a copy that you would get, directly from China with a Chinese movement. Sapphire Ghost. Patented design. Invicta Reserve. And Swiss movement. Skeletonized 26 joules. A very nice, very imposing watch with a lot of presence. I've gotten compliments on this one because you can see it from a mile away. The Invicta Reserve Sapphire Ghost.